Hello. All right, so today we will be working on getting some things sorted with the SVX and kind of bringing her that much closer to streetability. Now, I was gonna start off with essentially rebuilding my exhaust, but I got under the car and put part of it together to kind of see where we're at for fitment. And unfortunately, there's not much I can do. I had an issue with this exhaust. Well, one, because the car's so low on these super cool max speeding rods coilovers that I probably can no longer adjust because they're all rusty. I had an issue with a couple of steep driveways with the center section of the exhaust hitting the ground on the, you know, the peak, the apex of the hill, whatever, you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, so I wanted to try and rebuild the exhaust to bring it up higher, but unfortunately, due to the way I built my my cut cross member for the trans, I can't really do much with the exhaust. I don't know how well you're gonna be able to see this here, but yeah. So here's my Y's coming off of the head, the manifold. It's pretty much the same on either side, so we can just watch one side, but goes back. And then as you can see, I got the cross member here for my trans, which is very crudely built. And I pretty much have just enough clearance there. You know, obviously I can bring it up a little bit if I really want to, but at the end of the day, it's not gonna make a difference. When we go back and we got the Y. I feel like maybe I can kind of bring this up here at the Y. And then, you know, close that gap between the drive shaft and the exhaust. That might help me out. And then just let the flex joint flex to correct itself. Although I don't know where the next hanger point is for the exhaust, so that's gonna tweak the rest of the quote unquote catback all off, I think, and versus just bending the flex joint. But I don't have much room here to bend it up and bend it. Well, I guess I probably could make something work here. Put some angle in, you know, here right after the cross member, and then return the angle right before it goes into my super cool Y piece here. But yeah, that's what we got going on for today. And it's currently New Year's Eve, and I got a family dinner to go to in a few hours, so we'll see how far exactly we can get. Shall we begin? So after a little more deliberation and checking things out, we're gonna go ahead and make a few modifications here. Got the Y pipe cut apart, bolted into place, and now I'm gonna make some pie cuts so that I can get the desired angle out of what I got under there. Just kind of thinking what I can do. Maybe I'll move the V-band flange, or I might throw a 2-bolt flange in there. Might move that flange immediately off the collector, add a section of pipe so I can put a mount in there for the hanger, and then put the flex pipe on the catback section. And that way we'll have more support for the exhaust there, and it'll help us out in the long run. So yeah, we'll go ahead and cut ourselves some pies, clean them up, and see what we can come up with. All right, boys and girls. So we went and got another cutting disc. Excuse me. And we'll see how that works. If that turns out to be garbage, we'll go ahead and get a bandsaw, I guess. But yeah, it's the next day. It's actually New Year's Day, so happy New Year's, everybody. This is gonna be like months after that this video comes out, though, because I'm trying to make sure I spread this content out. I don't want to run out, you know. But anyway, yeah, might as well get back to it. Alright, so I got her okay. I put a little 7 degree angle on this end of the pipes. I'm hoping if I do a small enough angle, I'll, one, assist in that ground clearance issue, but two, also make it so that I don't need to cut and weld another joint, another angle in there, and that the flex pipe will just be able to naturally take up that extra little angle on the Y pipe here. So that's where we're at. That's the direction we're going. I'm gonna put her under the car, see how she fits up, and hopefully tack her in. Alright, so there we go, we got her all tacked up. If you saw in the time lapse, somewhere along the line something kind of got tweaked, and the Y coming off the heads was kind of spread a little too far wide for where I got the collector at. So if you notice, to tack everything back together, I ended up having to use a strap. And then afterwards, I tried to just run a couple, well, not even beads, because I didn't, you know, there was no joint there, but I just ran the TIG torch over the pipe to kind of heat it up, so it'll hopefully, you know, to try to heat it up so it can try to bend in, because I don't have a torch here with me to do it that way. So I'm guessing it didn't really do much though, so it is what it is. I think we'll be fine getting it back together and everything, and hopefully the heat of the exhaust itself with the car running and me beating on it will be enough to get it to come back a little bit more in the future. I don't know. So yeah, gonna go ahead and unbolt that, bring it out, and we'll be able to fully weld her up and then see what we got going on with the rest of the exhaust. So let's get it done. so there you have it. We're all welded up. Can't say these are my prettiest welds, but you know, see what we're working with. It's pretty dirty material and it's aluminized steel, so it's kind of weird chemical makeup there anyway. But yeah, it's good enough to seal, it's good enough to hold. That's all I really care about. Like, yeah, let's get her bolted back up and see what happens with the catback section. All right, so yeah, that ended up tweaking the rest of the exhaust further than what is desired. So I have decided that I'm gonna go ahead and hack this flex joint off, and then I'm gonna put a 7-degree pie at the end of my little collector here, and then from there I'm gonna switch over to 2-bolt flange for here instead of the cheap eBay V-band, because I'm pretty sure that's leaking like a sieve. That's the plan there. Hack off the flex joint, put a 2-bolt, then we'll add then we'll start building the rest of the exhaust. I'll put a 2-bolt on a straight piece, and I'll give it a little length so that we can put a hanger on there, so I can utilize the hanger on the body location. And then we'll put the flex joint in, and then we'll run. Well, we may or may not put the flex joint in. I don't even know at this point, because like I said, this is a temporary exhaust, so we'll see what happens. All right, our body, so continuing on with the exhaust, we got the Y pipe all constructed properly, well, as properly as we're gonna do it. I got the first section of the cat back. Again, I say that because there's no cats. But yeah, so I got the first section done up. I pretty much just flip the first section of it, so the resonator is now further back, and I removed the flex joint like I said I was gonna do. So now I can put a hanger onto the exhaust, the catback section, so that that's just not hanging. I don't care too much about the Y section because that's bolted to the headers, which are bolted to the heads. So yeah, working on the next section. We're all over the place. This is what we got so far. So that, flip that around. Right about here's where that hanger will go off to that side. And right about there, I'm gonna raise that up a little bit. And I got another piece back. I had another piece back here that fit really, really well on the end of that to get us pointing. Oh, I can't see. To get us pointing to that little notch there in the cross member to go past the diff. So yeah, that's where we're at. That's where we're going. Boom. Probably gonna call for a night today. We didn't get that much done today. It's a Sunday. I'm usually super lazy on Sundays, so we'll come back through tomorrow, most likely, and excuse me. Yeah, we'll come back through tomorrow most likely and start hacking and welding. Get ourselves something we can work with.